Bradford City have confirmed their 8th signing of the 2025 summer transfer window, and that is in the way of Crawley Town striker Will Swan for an undisclosed fee. If you do want to enjoy today's video, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, can we try and hit 200 likes on today's video? And don't forget to get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. Now, if you've watched this channel over the last couple of seasons, you will know how highly I rate Will Swan, especially from his days at Mansfield Town. He got a move to Crawley last season, 10 goal contributions in 31 starts. 1 in every 4 of his shots, or 1 in every 5 of his shots ends up in the back of the net, which I think is a pretty solid return as well. And for me, this is another real top signing for Bradford City. He's 24, so still plenty of room for development. We're going to talk about it all in today's video, so let's waste no further time and get straight into it. The article does then read, City swoop for Swan. Bradford City AFC is delighted to announce the signing of Will Swan for an undisclosed fee from Crawley Town. The forward makes the move to the University of Bradford Stadium, penning an initial 2-year deal with an option for a further season in claret and amber. I think I'm right in saying this is the first signing we've made all summer where we've publicly made it known that there is an option for a further season, so it could potentially be a 3-year deal for Will Swan. And then come the end of that contract, you're looking at him being around 27 years of age, then coming into his prime years. But I really do like this signing from the Bantam. Swan was part of the Mansfield Town team, which won promotion to Sky Bet League 1 in the 2023-24 campaign, bagging 9 goals and setting up 5 for his teammates in 35 outings. The 24-year-old made 78 appearances for the Stags, scoring on 20 occasions and making 7 assists before joining Crawley Town. A product of the Nottingham Forest Academy, Swan made 37 appearances in the 3rd tier for Crawley last term, hitting the back of the net 7 times, while making a further 3 more for his colleagues. Swan said, "I'm incredibly excited to join Bradford City. As soon as I heard about the interest, I knew this was a place for me, and now it is done, I could not be happier." Everyone in football saw the scenes on the last day. Over 24,000 fans. Those are the atmospheres you want to play in. I have played at Valley Parade before, and you can see how brilliant the support is, and I am eager to get going. The last time he played at Valley Parade, I think I'm right in saying he was part of that Mansfield Town team who gave us an absolute drumming, and they beat us 5-1 that day. But we've come a long way since starting Gilead at right wing back, and I think Tyler Smith led the line when they had big Aidan Flint at the back that day as well, but they absolutely tore us apart. City boss Graham Alexander remarked, "Adding Will to our attacking options is a real bonus for us. He can play anywhere along the front line, bringing others into play while giving us goal scoring threat. He can also press the way we like, so there is plenty to work with. Will's move is subject to the relevant EFL clearances." Now obviously with him signing from another club, Crawley, they have not done a article, but they have just done a little tweet which reads, "Will Swan departs. Crawley Town Football Club can confirm that striker Will Swan has today joined Bradford City on a permanent transfer for an undisclosed fee. All the best, Will." Now looking at some of the comments of Crawley Town fans here, says, "Fair enough, somehow a decent stats for how average a player he was. Maybe we need a new animal up front. Not bothered about that, to be fair. Was only a squad player and still would be in League 2. He would have smashed League 2, but at least it's not to MK Dons and a big wage saving. Now interest in a proven scorer. Shame, I was one of the few who thought there was a player there. Thought Scott, obviously Lindsay, might get the best out of him. How's he got that move? Superb agent." And the final one we'll read is, "That has really made my day. Fit it at all." That doesn't make sense. "That has really made my day. Did fit it at all." This is the sort of standard of Crawley fans we're working with here. Ignore them. This is a good signing for us. Now, you all know how much I love Andy Cook, how highly I rate Andy Cook, and his contribution to Bradford City over the last 5 and a half seasons will never be forgotten. He is an absolute legend of this football club. But I would maybe come out and say, potentially, that Will Swan is now the best striker at Bradford City. And I know some people won't agree with that, and that's completely fine. Football is all about opinions, but I really do rate Will Swan. That's a bit of a mouthful to say. Since back on his first loan spell with Mansfield Town, I've always thought there's a great player in there. Last season, his stats look pretty solid with Crawley. He could play a bit poorly for the large part, but 10 goal contributions in 31 starts is a pretty decent return. Crawley's just defence and their whole demeanour really when Scott Lindsay wasn't there. They were absolutely garbage, especially under Rob Elliott. But Will Swan, for me, I really like what he brings. Technically a decent player. Yes, at times his finishing can be a little bit frustrating, but he presses well. I think he holds the ball up well, and I do think it is a really, really smart addition for Bradford City. Not amazing, not our best signing of the summer, because I think he's not the complete player like somebody that Stephen Humphries is at this moment in time, but it's still a really solid signing. I'd probably go as far as 9, maybe 9.5 out of 10. Having a look at Will Swan's 24-25 campaign then in a little bit more detail. Obviously he did play in League One with Crawley Town, who eventually were relegated, but he played 38 matches, starting 31 of them, playing just shy of 2,500 minutes. In that game time, he managed to contribute the 7 goals, averaged a goal every 350 minutes, where he did miss 7 big chances, but had an 18% goal conversion rate, so he didn't really get that many opportunities in front of goal, and when he did, looking at these stats from last season, I would say he was fairly clinical from that. You know, if he comes in at Bradford City, averages a goal every 349 minutes, has an 18% goal conversion rate, only misses the 7 big chances, I'll be relatively happy with that going into next campaign. He also registered the 3 assists as well, while only creating the 1 big chance. He had a 73% passing accuracy, which for a striker is very solid. I think that's 7 or 8% better than Kieran Kelly, but obviously he was playing in a very, very heavily possession-based style last season, whereas Kieran Kelly was playing in obviously a centre-back for Bradford City was playing in a much more direct style. Defensive stats, not going to bring in much to be honest, does average 1.1 at balls recovered per game, so he's clearly going to work hard at the top end of the pitch with a 46% successful dribble rate. Wins 40% of his ground duels, only 20% of his aerial duels, which I'm surprised by because I do think he's got a little bit of a presence about him. I think he's just shy of 6 foot, and obviously discipline was very good, just the 1 yellow card at last campaign. But 10 goal contributions in 31 starts. For me, I have no real qualms with his stats from last campaign. If we go back to the 23-24 season, 35 appearances, 16 starts, he got 9 goals and 5 assists in League 2 that campaign. Averaged a goal every 174 minutes. Did miss slightly more big chances with 10, but again, had an 18% goal conversion rate. And the season before that, in the 22-23 campaign, he obviously played 28 matches, started 12 of them, got 10 goals that season, no assists, but did again miss 11 big chances, but had a 20% goal conversion rate and averaged a goal every 136 minutes. There's no denying when Will Swan gets game time, he knows where the back of the net is. If he plays 46 games next season, he easily gets 15 goals for me. If we have a look then now at how Bradford City's squad is lining up ahead of the 2025-26 campaign, around a week or so to go until our first pre-season game does kick off, and we're looking very strong in a lot of positions as of right now. In terms of numbers, very fine in the goalkeeper department. In terms of numbers, very solid in the central defence department, but I would like to see maybe a Neil Byrne be moved on. You have Curtis Tilton potentially as a central centre-back option, and you bring in a real statement signing at centre-back. I think at right wing-back, we're looking very solid, although Brad Halliday wasn't in the last training video. Hopefully that's just a very minor injury, and he's not on his way out of the door. Obviously left wing-back, we still don't know the future of Lewis Richards. His contract is set to expire in 2 days with Bradford City, so hopefully something will get announced over the next couple of days. I don't think I saw him as well in the recent training video. Definitely need another holding midfielder to compete with Max Power. I'd love Jamie McDonnell. Sounds like though he could be on his way to Mansfield. I would also take another box-to-box type of midfielder, depending on then the future of Tommy Lee. Another attacking midfielder would certainly be nice as well to play on that right-hand side, and obviously in that striker department now, we're looking a lot more solid than what we were before the Will Swan signing, but we know with Cook not being available until around October time, Callum Kavanagh never playing in League One, Harry Ibbetson's a youngster who's going to go out on loan, Tyler Smith will move on as well. It only really leaves Will Swan, who's going to be ready for the start of the season, who's had previous League One experience, and even then, it is only the 1 season. So I do think another striker still does need to come in through the door, because Barnsley fans have said that Humphries for a striker isn't really it. But I think the priority for me as of right now would be another midfielder to compete with Max Power. And I think on the whole, if we were to start the season and lock this squad in for the full League One campaign, I think we would survive pretty comfortably with this current squad. There's still work to be done, especially in terms of outgoing. So obviously had 8 incomings and not a single player has gone out of the door as of right now. And obviously we've had the odd contract extension as well. So there's still plenty more business to be done by Bradford City. I like this signing. The squad's coming along nicely. Well done, David Sharp, Stefan Rupp for putting his hand in his pocket, Stephen Gent and the rest of the people involved at Bradford City for getting these deals over the line. Not a single signing who's less than a 6 out of 10. Another very solid one in Will Swan, and I'm very happy with this addition. I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me and subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, can we try and hit 200 likes as I mentioned at the start of today's video, and don't forget to get your thoughts in down in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on Bradford City signing Crawley Town striker Will Swan on an initial 2-year deal with an option of a further season for I think a high five-figure fee is what it has been reported. So maybe your 75, your £80,000 for example, which is obviously a little bit of brass for Bradford City to be chucking around. Our first signing of an undisclosed fee. Let me know all your thoughts down below. What further business still needs to be done? What would be your starting 11 as well for the first game of the season as of right now? Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one.